What we're talking about is when you ask ChatGPT to take on a role, you tell ChatGPT, I would like for you to act as a marketing department director with 25 years of experience in leading high performance marketing teams at the agency level. If you say that, you're gonna get such a better result with your output than if you just say act as a marketing director. And you'll get a different output if you say act as a marketing director who just started last year and only has worked with 2 clients, and the outputs are different, which seems crazy, but it's you actually telling ChatGPT how you want it to operate. And if you think about AI, it's trained on our data and knowledge, right? The data that it's trained on. So you're giving it such specific instructions and it wants to follow your instructions. Have you noticed that when you give it good instructions, it wants to follow those instructions? So yes, that's a really good way to do it and to have it take on this role. So I was working with ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT to analyze something for me, and as it was analyzing it, it did it wrong. It didn't do a good analysis of it. How many bags of mulch do I need in this mulch bed? There was a tree in the middle of the mulch bed. I put a stadium cup there for it to get some perspective of the mulch bed, but it came back and it said you need 1 bag of mulch. And I was like, I know that's wrong. So I told ChatGPT, I'm like, I know that's wrong. I need more than 1 bag of mulch. And ChatGPT came back and apologized and said, you are right, it is wrong. And then I said, well, why did you do it wrong? Why is the calculation wrong? And it said, because I didn't have human judgment on. If I had human judgment, I would have seen that there was a big tree in the middle, I would have seen the stadium cup, and I could have made a better estimation of the mulch bed. So I'm like, well, could you keep human judgment on from now on? And ChatGPT said, I could keep human judgment on from now on. We'll call it human judgment mode if you would like. And so I said, so now you can answer these questions that I have in human judgment mode, and it will give you more of a human judgment analytical thinking. And it said, yes, whenever you want me to have human judgment mode on, let me know. So then I was like, what other modes can I create? Could you be a genius? And what would that look like? And it would said I could be, and this is what genius mode would look like. I'd have more critical thinking. I would think like a top 1% strategic thinker. And it came back with all of this, and I said, let's set that up, genius mode. And so then I set up genius mode, and then I created some other modes that just take it to a different level. So it's kind of seeing what the capabilities are and how I can take it to the next level.